Hi guys, I'm Jay from NoobGamer, and I wanted to do a short video about an issue that I found when I tried to install my Wi-Fi USB adapter on Linux. And this is an example of that Wi-Fi adapter. I bought that in Mexico. I didn't get it from Amazon. I got it from Mercado Libre, a page from Mexico. And I got that one because it said specifically was Linux compatible. But I found out that it was really hard to install, and there were a lot of people complaining about this adapter. The adapter came in this generic box, no brand, no anything, and it came with instruction booklet and this mini CD. I don't have an optical drive. I can't read it. And the instruction booklet is more related to the installation of the antenna on your CPU than of the drivers. You can find little drivers instructions, and for the Linux part it says you just need to use the same driver that you will use for Windows, and that is a little bit of a problem in this case, because you find a lot of tutorials, you can find a lot of videos on YouTube about the installation of this specific chipset, that is the Realtek 8812AU. And yeah, when I was looking in Amazon and I was looking in Mercado Libre, I found a lot of those antennas, but in my case the antenna was not the 8812AU. In my case the antenna was a little bit different. So I follow up all these instructions, I follow the GitHub instruction for the drivers, and the antenna didn't work. I got some issues trying to install, and I was kind of getting frustrated, the same way all those people on the comments on Amazon, because all the instructions were not working for what I wanted. So I started to think a little bit what could be wrong in the installation, if the chipset is the right one, if the driver is the right one. So I went, because there's a step that is not on the GitHub driver place, and is to recognize what kind of chipset you have. So I went to the terminal and typed ls-usb to show all those devices that I have connected to my computer via USB, and I found there the Realtek semiconductor chipset. Not installed, it doesn't say that it's a Wi-Fi adapter, but it is the Wi-Fi adapter. And in my case, I got this number, this little code that tells me what kind of device it is. So I took that code, this one, I took that code, I copied that code, and I went online trying to find out which chipset did I have. Then I typed just Wi-Fi adapter for Linux with the code that I have, and it turns out that it showed me a different adapter, different name. It was 88, but instead of AU it was BU, different chipset for that. So I find out that the GitHub page has also a second driver, and that driver was for the BU version of the same Realtek chipset for the antenna. So when you buy this kind of antenna, it's really important to see which kind of chipset you have. Some vendors will put it on there, some pages will not put it on there, but you need to find out that, and you can do it through the terminal, taking that code and try to find out which kind of chipset you have. So in my case, it was not the A812AU, it was the A8X2BU. So GitHub also have the drivers for that. And the process to install this different chipset, and there is just one number different on the code, between the AU version and the BU version. And when you put that specific chipset on GitHub, you can get the specific driver for that. So you go back to the DKMS installation, you follow all the lines in the terminal, and after a minute or a minute and a half, you will be able to use your Wi-Fi adapter. That's what my experience with this chipset is. I saw is really common. They have a lot of comments. There's a lot of people buying this antenna in Amazon, in AliExpress, in a lot of other different web pages, and I found people even going back to Windows or even returning the card because they could not install that. So maybe that's your problem, the same problem that I have. Maybe you have the weird one, the BU. So if you have that one, check it on the LS-USB tool on the terminal. If you have that one, go to the GitHub, follow the DKMS installation, and voila, you're gonna have your Wi-Fi card installed. I hope this video can help you and you don't pass what I pass.